Happy Monday. Welcome to H2O time. We'll start out with a song. You're going to love this one, Lena. I found it just for you. It's called You'll Never Get Away. You can find it on YouTube. And it's your mom and dad singing a song. When you find the single, you'll see who wrote it. His name is Hay Whitney. And they sang, it's a quick, really cute song. I hope you've heard it. And I'll have to finish with another song. Can you hear it?
I'll become a super jet and take off after you.
Then I'll become a rabbit and flee across the plain.
And I'll become a hunting dog and chase after you again.
Oh,
You will never get away, 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 never get away. It's a cute song. It just keeps on going back and forth. I'll give you another verse.
I'll become a picture on someone else's wall.
My mother I've never met.
I'll become a picture frame and hold you after all.
Then I'll become a rose in some secluded spot.
And I'll become a submarine and kiss you when you're hot. Oh,
You will never get away, 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 never get away. They continue, and on the end, they screw it up, and they have to do it over and over and over again because it's going too slow for them. But anyway, good morning. I liked your Archie video. That was really cute. Some I don't like Barry Manilow just makes my skin crawl. What a wonderful man. He knows his nose is big. So I don't like that. I like to be kind to other human beings. So, let me see. Walt Disney World is open. That's wonderful. Two words come to mind. Death wish. Why? And in my town, they're closing everything down again today. And I'm okay with that. I remember taking a psychological exam when I became an air traffic controller. And they would ask you questions like, would you rather kill your grandparents or your child? And you'd think, what the hell? But they're trying to get a choice of the worst of two evils. Would you rather die or wear a mask and stay home for another month? Would you rather earn an extra $2,000 and kill a family member because you've been exposed to the virus? To me, it seems so clear that you could make a small compromise, a huge compromise, and do it for the well-being of everyone. And I thought about when they first started to get careful. I was at Starbucks getting coffee, and I usually get a refill. And they said, "Oh no, we have to exchange cups. You have to trade in one for the other." I go, "No problem. Thank you for taking the extra steps." And then I walked away, and I went to grab the creamer. My two supervisors are behind me, just in case I screw anything up. And I went to grab the creamer. As I grabbed the handle, I thought, how many people have touched that? I'm not a germaphobe, but my brain started to think of all the ways you can still get germs. And even in the grocery store, people think nothing of it. They're all masked, they're 6 feet apart, and then they go get their money and their change, chink, 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 and they take their hand and they just dip it into that Petri dish, and get germs in that hand. Everyone's scooping their hand in that little change. I just leave my change. So I've changed a few things about my lifestyle, and I'm okay with the idea of not being able to go out and wearing a mask. I live halfway in my mind all the time. I'm a thinker. My mate used to say, "What? No, when she gets quiet, that's when you have to worry. That's when you're sitting there, but you're going tick, 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 tick. You're figuring things out." So anyway, Disneyland is open. That is wonderful. And the town's closed. I wanted to share a couple of handy tips, some helpful hints, because I'm trying to replicate a few things and let you kind of get a feel for who I am, good or bad. Hey, listen, when I found out I was a twin, the first time that thought crossed my ears, I went, wait. I had like about 7 times. Wait. What? It is as bizarre to me as it is you. And these people that are going, what the F? Who is this woman that looks a lot like you? Hey, listen, how do I fake this? So twins have the same handprints. They don't have the same fingerprints. Otherwise, you could probably get into my iPhone. But I saw you in a picture, and I saw your handprint. You can stop this at some point, but I just wanted you to see you were waving hi or thank you to someone, and there was your handprint. And I paused it and I made it bigger. It was like, holy crap! If I were not convinced, those kinds of things would put me over the edge. Hey, I'm gonna do that. That's like in science, you have the taster and the non-taster. Some people can roll and some people can't, but maybe that would be a telltale sign. Here's some of my helpful hints of the day. Without any fancy, I don't have any of that stuff, nor am I going to create it. And I gave up on eyelashes. I can't do it. First of all, when you put those eyelashes on, don't go out and drive because they really impact your field of vision. And it's weird. It's like having something in your eyelashes. And when you're done with them, you have fewer real eyelashes left. So I'm going to say I'm not a fan, although they look good on you. Okay, here's some handy dandy things I found. Look at this. This is a sponge, just like those plastic basters that they make. Great sponge. It's got a little sticky that you put inside of the sink when you're done with it. I love these because they're so sanitary. You can boil them in hot water, bleach them, and they suds up just like, they're not a Brillo pad. You're not going to get, burnt on stuff. But for everyday cleaning, I love these little sponges. And the other thing that I really love, I don't have one with me right now, but it's a can opener made by XOXO. And when you use it, it turns in the sides. And so like on dog food or anything else that you open, you can just place the lid back on. It seals very nicely. And it leaves the edges. I don't know, when I watch myself, I look like I'm gasping all the time. I'm not sure what that is. So, anyway, it folds the edge around so you don't have a rough edge, but also you can put the lid back on. And it's really handy by XOXO. And then this, I thought I would teach you. I have lots of different cooking things that I love. I love cooking. But when you want to use a whole bunch of garlic, when you're going to peel the whole bunch, you put the whole thing into just a regular dish towel. And you take it like this. Should I do it? Yeah, because I want you to see. Excuse me, pardon me, the supervisors will take care. But what you do is you take it and you just take it to the counter and you just hit it a few times. Oopsie, it's already fallen apart. But what happens is, not only does it break the whole thing up, but it also takes all the, can you see? It takes all it's already done for you. It already breaks up the cubes. It's just if you really whack it, it crushes these open, and you have a lot of garlic. I'm going to use this later today. I love that little tricks that you do in the kitchen. And I always, when I crack my eggs, someone said, you don't crack your eggs on the edge of a glass, but you're going to put the shells in there. You just tap it on any flat surface. And I was like, my son can actually crack and open with one hand because he was cooking with me early on. So anyway, and here's a health tip. This is not something, it was passed on to me, and I thought, wow, I should tell some other people about this. I used to get my nails done all the time. And on your nails, you have the half moons at the base of your little white half moons. Usually you look at kids and you'll see all the little half moons on. And if you look at them now, like on my hands, my 4 regular fingers don't really have a visible half moon. And what that means is that my body is starved of oxygen. It's not getting a lot of oxygen. And so one of the cures for it is chlorella, that oxygenates the blood. But the reason it's important is because the lack of oxygen in your body is a beautiful hosting area for cancer. And so it was a chiropractor that told me at a vacation. He goes, "Can I tell you something?" Yeah. And he goes, "I noticed that you're." He gave me a